Okay, what you need to know if you're going to buy a house in order to run a business out of it. Now, a lot of the information that you're going to need to know, because there's a lot of specific things that come with different businesses and what you need to do for those. A lot of that's going to come directly from the city when you go to apply for your business license and you're asking them the rules and regulations that come with your specific business. Now, as far as buying a house to run a business out of, like a residential house as opposed to a commercial building, there are some restrictions on an R1 or on a residential house. Now, you can still usually run more office-related type businesses like a real estate office or accounting or something like that, where you can do it's a lot of paperwork oriented. You're not going to have a ton of people coming to your house. You can probably do a lot of those in a residential neighborhood. You're still going to need the right licenses. You might need some certain adjustments from code enforcement just to make sure that you're compliant with everything. But if you're going to run something bigger like construction, something more industrial like that, where there's going to be a lot of noise, a lot of traffic, then most likely you're going to need to find a property that's zoned accordingly. The city tries to zone things to what they're used for. So in residential, an R1 is what we call it. Residential means you can just have the one primary residence on there, and it's meant for just a residential community, nice and quiet, safe, not too much noise, not too much traffic, that kind of thing. Now then you have where there's industrial yards, and those are going to be zoned differently, not for residential, but zoned specifically to keep that, because the trucks have to go somewhere, the noisy machines have to go somewhere. They want to try and keep those all together as much as possible, and then they want to keep the residential neighborhoods close by as much as possible as well. So they separate those. Now, if you're trying to do something super noisy in what should be a quiet residential neighborhood, that's going to be an issue. Same thing if you're going to try to put a residential unit into an industrial unit, you're going to have some tough times with the cities there. So when you're going to use a house for a business, just make sure that you check with your city, check with the local officials there, see what you need and if it's even possible to run the business you're looking into from that house, probably before you actually buy the house for that business especially. But if you're looking to just transition to primary residence, always look to the local official, to go to the city and see what they require for you.